Do you remember what you were doing after you graduated high school? For some of you, it was a couple years ago. For others, maybe a little bit longer than that. For me, it's been over 15 years now, but I do remember the freedoms I did have. Getting to go where I wanted to go and when I wanted to go. Getting to sleep in, not really having someone to tell you what to do or count on you day in and day out. Today, I'd like to tell you about who I am, Gregory Daniel Bishop. I'd like to share with you my life prior to the military, my life entering the military, and as well as my life as a family man in the military. Let's begin with my life prior to the military. I grew up in Southern California. It was great. Good weather, beaches, malls, amusement parks, plenty of things to do. And in 1996, I graduated from Cypress High School. Had a couple months to enjoy before enlisting in the Air Force. So I spent my time hanging out, going to the beach, not having to work because my parents paid for a lot of my stuff. I was pretty spoiled, I would say. Now that you know a little bit about my life prior to entering the military, I'd like to tell you about how that all changed upon enlisting. On 25 September 1996, I arrived at Lackland Air Force Base, Texas, for basic training. There's where it all changed. Being told what to do, when to do things, how to do things, and what to wear was a huge culture shock. Getting up at dark 30, running around, trying not to get yelled at, trying to do the right thing, and not get noticed. Once I graduated from basic training, I attended Security Forces Tech School. And again, it was basic training all over again. Had a routine of doing this, that, and the other, and following every rule in the book. Once I graduated, my first duty assignment was Holloman Air Force Base, New Mexico. There's when I found out security forces work long hours, weekends and holidays, rotating shifts, and at times the job wasn't very rewarding and even boring, which kind of sucked. I deployed 6 times, and I've also promoted pretty steadily. And with each promotion, more responsibilities, higher expectations, which led to even longer days. Although being in the Air Force for over 15 years now has been very rewarding, I find it hard to balance my life, family life, with the Air Force and what they are asking of me. Life with the family in the Air Force isn't easy. Reminds me of the phrase, if the military wanted you to have a family, they would have issued you one. I got married at a young age, 19 to be exact, to my lovely wife, Kristen, who's not in the military. And at our first duty station in a small town, it was nothing like California. Very few jobs, and only having one car made it rough. And in 1999, we had our first child, and a couple months later, we moved to Colorado. Being in Colorado for a couple months, and I deployed to Kuwait for the first time, leaving my wife and child alone in a new city. We didn't have Skype, we didn't have Facebook, and it was hard to communicate with her. So I wrote letters, and once a week I got a 15-minute phone call. And in 1999, we had our son, and a month later I deployed again, and still had to deal with the lack of communication. I was deployed to Kuwait another time when our second daughter was born. I received an email saying, "Congratulations, it's a girl," from a friend that was helping my wife out while I was gone. And in July of 2007, our second son was born, and I at least got to spend the first year and a half with him before I deployed again. I've missed several birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, and special occasions with my kids and wife. But those times away, as well as the times together, have made us grow into a stronger family. The times we have together are pretty special. Now that you know who I am, I hope you have a better understanding of how my life's changed. I have shared with you my life before entering the military, shared with you my life after entering the military, as well as my life as a family man in the military. I've told you that as a teenager, I was able to come and go as I pleased and didn't really have too many rules to follow, and then how that all changed upon entering the military, as well as my life as a family man in the military. And if you'd ask me, I wouldn't change it for the world. Thank you.